Dale, four-wheeling at westernaustralia.com, and welcome to Modified episode 39. Here again we have a D22 Navara, very highly requested. Well, they're all highly requested, so I should stop saying that. But let's get the owner out and find out exactly what this vehicle's set up for and some factory specs on it too. Nathan.
How you going?
How are you, mate?
Good, thanks, yourself.
Yeah, I met you in there and now I met you out here.
That's it.
D22 Navara.
Yep.
What's she set up for?
Mainly set up for touring.
For touring?
Touring in the long trips.
Okay. So for overseas viewers, touring is another word for an expedition vehicle.
Yep.
Common phrase used here in the AUS. Engine size?
It's a 2.5 litre YD25 with a manual transmission.
So it's a diesel, turbo diesel?
Yep, turbo diesel.
5-speed. And we've got the IFS front, solid axle rear. There is something else that's attached to the rear of this vehicle, and that is a camper trailer. So we're going to feature your vehicle and the camper trailer.
Yep.
So something new for you guys. Cold out here. Onto the bar, okay?
Yep.
So what have we got in the front?
Nissan bull bar that came with the vehicle when I purchased it. Yeah, just Nissan brand, I suppose.
So it's one that comes with the car, like the factory option for
factory option for the bar, which was attached to the car when I purchased it. So
with your scrub rails though, they're custom?
Yep, they're custom, connected to the sliders, built by BMK.
BMK?
Yep.
And they're welded on here?
Yep, welded on there,
here.
and clamped on the front there for easy removability.
This bash plate, did that come with the...
Yeah, so this bash plate came with the car, and same with the sump guard further under there.
Okay, so all this is factory?
Yep, all factory. I haven't got any underbody bash plates yet. Waiting on diff drop.
Oh, you're dropping a diff?
Yeah, once I drop the diff, it's all going to have to be custom bash plates underneath, because you can't buy anything off the shelf that will
That tells
fit.
me you got a higher than 2-inch lift then?
Yep.
Are you still using the factory tie down points as recovery points?
I am, yes. Haven't got any road safe recovery points yet.
Yeah. Do you use a bridle? Do you divide it?
Yeah, I've got one of the bridles that link the two together and snatch off that.
Winch, 12,000 pounder.
Yep. Grind.
And looks like you've used it a few times.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of use.
Have you only used it on your mates too, like everyone else says?
I have actually, yep. I haven't actually used it on myself.
Oh really?
Yep.
Well, let's look at your roof rack. And I can't make out which type that is.
So I built this roof rack here myself. Couldn't really buy anything off the shelf to fit the size and fit what I wanted on there. So I thought the better option was just to build one myself.
That's a pretty cool way to save a bit of coin actually. I mean, you got the roof bar, you would have had these already, yeah?
Yep, had the roof rails installed on the car when I bought it. So I just built this to fit the roof rails, fit the light bar, fit the max tracks, everything I needed. So
how much would that cost you to do?
I think it only worked out to be about 30 bucks in steel and a weekend.
That is really not bad.
So,
that seems to be doing a job pretty good for you.
Yeah, no, it's good.
So a bit of DIY on this truck?
A little bit of DIY on this truck.
So behind here, what's that, max tracks?
Yeah, 4 recovery boards. Not max tracks, but just a non-name brand recovery board.
Use them a few times?
Oh, I use them a lot.
Yeah?
It's the easier way to do a recovery on the beach and that.
In the sand. Awning?
2 by 3 metre King's awning.
Oh, so 2
metres along the car, 3 metres out of the car.
3 metres out.
Yeah, got the shorter one just so it didn't stick out too far on either side. They're handy because it still comes out 3 metres and can fit my swag under there perfectly. So.
Excellent. Do you find an awning that's only 2 metres long, do you find that the shade is enough? Or like say if it's raining?
I do find there's enough shade. One of the things I do find is with the 3 metres out of the car, it does get a bit flappy because the poles are so long. And
you got a rooftop.
Yep.
And behind us we've got a trailer.
Yep. I've only had the rooftop for a couple of weeks, so the swag won't be getting used as much.
So you definitely prefer up here than the swag?
Definitely prefer up there than the swag.
You've got another sort of custom made rack here, or that comes off your frame that's inside here? Yeah,
so it's just another custom rack there, just a few bolt mounts at each corner there, so the whole rack can come off if I need to, or can just unbolt the rooftop tent separately.
What size is this tent?
Oh, 2-person tent.
2-person?
2-person tent, yep.
2-person, 2 kids?
2-person tent.
Okay, two-person tent.
Two-person tent.
Strictly two-person tent.
Strictly two-person.
We'll start with your lights on the bar. Illuminators.
Yep. Got two 9-inch illuminators there.
How do you rate them?
Do the job for what I need. It's not much, doesn't shoot far, but nice wide spread. Yep.
Yeah. Does the job in the bush.
Does the job in the bush. Most of the night driving is through the bush, so the wide spread is helpful there.
Light bar on the roof.
Yep. Don't really know what brand it is. Just bought it from a camping store. Does the job again. It's 1 metre long, so.
Do you know how many watts that is? Looks like 5 watt lights or 10 watt.
I think something like that. I'm not too sure of the wattage.
I noticed you had some lights on the side before we do get to all your antennas.
Yep.
Well, yeah, 2 antennas. So you got a light here, and you got one on the other side.
One on the other side as well.
They're camping lights.
Yep.
And there's 2 on the back, which we'll cover when we look at the back of the vehicle.
Yep.
They're camping lights or reverse lights?
Yep, just all camping lights, all separate switches inside the cab.
Oh, so you can do it from inside the...
Yep.
Okay, so you could actually just chuck on your lights at the back and start reversing.
Yep, and chuck on the left and right as I'm driving down the highway if I needed to.
Yeah, that's cool. Especially in the bush at night. 2 antennas, so that's a UHF.
So the bigger one's the UHF.
6.6.
Yep.
And in case you're wondering why it's so fat, it's because it's got a fiberglass casing, and it's just to protect the antenna really. Range?
Good range on flat ground. When we go through hilly areas and stuff, not so good, just because that's the long range flat one.
What's this one?
That's just connected to the car stereo.
Car stereo.
Get a lot better range out of that than I do the stock little antenna on there.
I can already anticipate questions. People want to know where to buy them and what it is. So, do you know what brand it is or anything?
It's just one of the, I just got it from Super Cheap Auto. Just one of their brand ones.
Okay, so just at like an auto place.
Just an auto place.
Sand flag.
Yep.
Looks like it stays on all the time.
Yep, stays on all the time except for when we're trying to enter some car parks.
Yeah, fair enough.
It does come removable at the halfway point.
You just take it off here then?
Just take the top half off there, so.
Tyres and lift, and we're going to start with your lift, I reckon. So we mentioned before you were waiting for a diff drop down kit, and then you're going to put the bash plate on.
Yep.
So you have a 3-inch lift?
Yeah, I've got a 3-inch lift installed in this. Diff drop kit decreases the angle of the CVs, so there's not as much stress put on those CVs, and the angles aren't as great, so won't be snapping as many CVs.
So the more angle you put on it, the more stress is on the CV joint. Have you busted any?
Haven't busted any yet, but the first set of CVs I had in this pretty much just destroyed themselves in the boots and on each end. Didn't snap any, but they pretty much just wore themselves out.
Okay, just
from the angle and the wear.
What are we running?
So it's all 2-inch Tough Dog lift with Snake Racing upper control arms to make it a 3-inch.
3-inch height, but 2-inch travel?
Well, it's got 3-inch travel. All you need to do is upgrade the upper control arms, which will give you more down travel.
Oh, okay.
So then overall you do have the 3 inches of down travel in there.
All right, so if anyone who wants to do that, they need to just get those upper control arms.
Yep, pretty much just need to upgrade the upper control arms.
Anything else?
I have upgraded to 3-inch extended brake lines, although your stock brake lines have 3 inches of travel anyway.
You just went for braided?
I just went for braided, upgraded a bit stronger and better.
It's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
And the back?
The back's got 2-inch shocks, extra heavy duty leaf springs which have been upgraded.
Yeah, you got a few extra leaves in there.
Just to take the weight of everything I carry in the back.
7, 8, 9 leaves. And you find that that's sufficient?
Yep.
So what's the constant load rating on that spring? Just for other D22 owners need to know?
About 500 kilos.
500 kilos?
Yeah.
Okay. So your tyres then? So what do you got? You got Cooper Discovery ST?
Running 33s, 285s by 75s on a 16-inch Sunrayer rim.
And what do you have to do to be able to fit a 33-inch on this vehicle? Because I can see you had a bit of scrubbing.
Yeah, I've had a bit of scrubbing. That was just when I had the 2-inch lift. Was a bit of scrubbing and I've hammered the guards a bit because I was on the 2-inch lift. Didn't quite fit the 33s, but then as soon as I went to the 3-inch lift, they fit fine. So if I'd gone with the 3-inch lift to start with, I would have had no dramas.
Are these a positive 20 rim?
They're negative 12.
Time to look at the power plant on a Navara. Forget about its struts, eh? Just get a magic hood.
Yeah.
That's awesome. How do you do that?
Oh, magic, mate. Fairies.
All right. Top mounted intercooler.
Yep. Comes factory like that.
2 batteries.
2 batteries. They're both cranking batteries in the
Both
D22.
cranking?
Yep.
So you have a third battery in the back then?
I do have a 3rd battery in the back.
Awesome. What are these, about 80 amp hour?
Something like that. They're more of a high current battery to be a cranking battery, so yeah, they're both just high cranking batteries.
Like how the terminals are pretty clean.
Yeah,
You
clean,
don't have like
basic. Yeah, well, most of
a
my
million
stuff,
things coming off of it.
most of the stuff runs off the rear batteries. All I pretty much is just the winch off that battery.
That's a great
That's
setup, I
great.
reckon. It's something I want to do on mine is have 2 cranking batteries. Be good for your winch as well.
Yeah.
So what have you got off the cranking battery? You got your headlights, right?
So off the cranking batteries, the headlights. I do have a little fuse block down here, which just runs the UHF, the spotlights, and that's it.
So
Really?
the back is really isolated to
The
what's
back's-
going on here.
Yep.
This radiator is definitely different.
Yep, upgraded alley radiator in the front. It's a 1/3 bigger than the stock one. I can't remember the brand, it was just an eBay job.
Was there a reason why you did it?
Just to keep it a bit cooler on the highways, plus pulling the camper trailer. Got a little bit hot. So yeah, keeps it a lot cooler. Temperatures stay down now.
Airbox, standard air filter.
Standard airbox, standard air filter, then just connect into the stainless snorkel.
Just running the one diesel filter.
Yeah, just running the 1 filter for now. Do want to upgrade and get the second one put on there.
Yeah. Have you done any? I know the exhaust is different because it sounds pretty cool.
Yep. On there, 3-inch exhaust, catch can, and that's it.
So a lot of the stuff you've kind of got and then you fit it yourself.
Yeah, most of the stuff I've bought the parts, fitted it all myself, saved,
Electrical in the engine bay, you done that yourself?
done it all myself, done all the electrical myself.
Excellent.
Yep.
So if anything goes wrong,
I know where it's
you
gone
know where
wrong.
it is and you know who to
Yep.
blame to.
I know who to blame, yep.
So before we head into all the cool stuff inside the canopy here, we're just going to look at the back real quick. So over here you have, well, the tray.
Yep.
It's custom, right?
Custom tray, yep.
Pretty neat tray.
Yep.
Who made the tray?
BMK Customs, same as the scrubs and sliders.
What lights you got there? So you got these flush mount lights here and up here.
Yep.
Are they all these on the same switch?
The ones down here are connected to my reverse lights.
So these come
they're-
on when you reverse.
They just come on when I reverse, and those ones there's a separate switch in the cab.
Okay, up the top there. Jerry can holder. PM canvas,
BM canvas, yep.
recognise that. So is this a rubbish bag or
Yeah,
recovery bag?
Just mainly a rubbish bag / dirty gear bag.
20 litres of water. So that's pretty much it. It's on the back here.
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
Yeah, heaps of room under your tray too.
Yeah.
Any
eventually-
plans?
Second fuel tank under there.
Awesome.
I'll get rid of that jerry and put another water jerry there.
That's a good idea.
Yep.
How many litres do you think you're going to go for? I mean, how many litres tank do you have now?
It's a 70 litre stock tank in there, and I'm just going to try and fit as many litres as I can underneath for the longer trips.
So you're running 90 then. What range do you get?
Oh, about 500 k's.
Well, let's open her up.
All right.
So what do we do here? Just roll it up?
I just usually open the door.
Oh, you got a cage.
Yep.
Nice.
Cage on gas struts.
All right. Looks pretty neat.
Yep.
Eagle fridge, what size is that?
38 litre Ingle. Does the job just for what we need. Fine.
On a straight slide?
Yeah, straight slide, straight out.
Well,
Clicks
it's
in,
pretty good height anyway.
holds in. Yeah,
Look right in.
I can see in there fine.
Cool.
Straight back in.
Obviously airing it out at the moment.
Airing it out, not in use.
Drawer,
Drawers in there. Just this one, just food
half length.
drawer. Yeah, half length, and then just a table
Oh,
for underneath.
neat. That's awesome.
Just for
And it's
cooking, preparing the food.
And it's metal top.
Yep.
So you're able to put your pots and pans straight on it.
Pots and pans straight on it.
Not
Cut
to worry
food
about
on
melting through the plastic table.
Don't need no chopping boards.
Excellent.
Anything like that. That's pretty much it on this side. Got some switches just for my lights on all the doors.
Angled as well.
Yeah,
That's cool.
shines light in and out.
This box here, so camping gear, you just pull the whole thing out and...
That's just mainly all my spare parts, not so much my camping gear.
Oh, so it's a box you don't have to get out?
It's a box I don't have to get out in case I need it.
Okay. And you wedge the table behind you?
Chairs. Yep. Table slides perfectly in the back there.
Did you allow for that or it just happened to work like that?
Just happened to work out like that.
Okay, you could have claimed
So,
it.
yeah, that's all right.
Same thing?
Same
Cool.
thing.
So something I just pointed out on the other side is if someone was to stick a knife through here, they're only going to cut a little bit.
Yep.
So
Only
you
gonna
can
go
still
so
patch.
far.
Big jump pack.
Keep that in there just in case.
I got one of those. I'm guessing this is your power box?
Yep, that's my 12-volt system in there.
It's all your fuses,
All my
relays
fuses,
and...
relays, DC charger, all that gear's in there. Keep that in there. Third battery just in the case there.
Is this completely isolated? Oh no, it has to have some kind of charge from the front, doesn't it?
Yeah, so from the main battery goes through a red arc isolator and then to here.
Okay. So you got a BC-DC charger or something?
Yeah, I've got a BC-DC charger, just picked it up at the full drive show that's just been.
Oh, so you can hook it up.
Haven't hooked it up yet,
Yeah.
so.
I've just noticed all this is DIY.
Yep, all done myself, all the drawers, all the paneling, carpet.
It's a pretty damn neat job, eh?
Just another home job. Me and Dad one weekend, knocked it up.
Marine ply?
Yeah, marine ply.
Just so audience get an idea, how much would this cost you roughly in material, you know, with your draw slides and everything to sort of do?
Quick figure out in my head, $500 all up. Those runners, carpet,
That's not bad.
wood, everything, yeah. Had a few quotes from a few shops and easily saved 3/4 of the price.
Another drawer, what's in this one?
Another drawer, it's just all my camping gear, all my pots and pans and cups and
So the other side was
knives and
food, right?
other side's food. This is just pots and pans and stuff like that, tent pegs. Still need to put some, build some dividers so everything just doesn't mesh around inside there,
Yeah, yeah.
inside the drawers.
Recovery gear and air compressor.
Got air compressor there, recovery gear, snatch straps.
Oh, a tarp to
Snatch
lay under your
blocks.
car to do stuff.
Yep, all that in there, tools,
Excellent. Well,
bits and bobs.
the tarp's clean, so
Tarp's clean,
she's
so-
obviously going pretty well.
She's going good.
Interior time. Nathan, I'm going to start down here.
Yeah, so that's a Storm tyre deflators. They're set to 22 PSI, which is what I mostly use for when I go off-road. I don't really do much beach driving, so I find 22 is my overall tyre pressure. And then
So in case you're wondering, these screw onto your caps and then you can walk around and watch everyone else deflate and come back and unscrew them.
then also just got the ARB deflator there in case I need to go below.
In case you need to go below.
Below 22, yep.
So when you're on the beach then.
Yep.
Is that a rear reversing camera?
Yeah, so that's for the rear reversing camera.
Is that mainly because you got the trailer or?
Just because I got the trailer and because I got the tray, so I can't see out of the back
Alright, so you know the trailer's still there.
back window, so I know the trailer's still there. Yep.
You got 4 switches here.
For all my lights,
So front, roof, back, sides.
yep.
And then you got a rather large radio there.
Yep.
Oricom.
So that's just the Oricom one. I went with the larger one because that's the same one that was installed in the car before I bought it. So all the mounting holes
Oh, perfect.
and everything lined up.
So you just got the same one,
Just got the
basically.
same one, yep.
Yeah. So did you have to get one second hand to get that?
No, just bought that straight from Super Cheap Auto.
80 channels, obviously.
Yep, 80 channel.
Excellent. So let's go on to your pillar pods.
So up the top here, I got my boost gauge.
What boost are you running?
Stock boost around 15 PSI. Then I've got my EGT,
And you're sitting about 300?
sitting on about 300 highway cruising. And the bottom one is just an oil pressure gauge, which doesn't work. It's going to be for my second fuel tank.
What's the best part about this interior and what's the worst part about this interior?
So I reckon the best part is the room in the front, just for the driver and the passenger. Lots of leg room, comfortable,
Or just even the doors as you open it, you can
Yeah,
notice.
it's room in the front. Bad part, it's room in the front. There's no room in the back.
Okay. Camper trailer time. So we're now going to unveil
Piece de resistance.
the trailer. So how long will this take us to put out?
So it'll only take about 5 minutes to get it opened up to the point where you can happily be inside it. If you wanted to go to the full Taj Mahal setup, probably take you about half an hour.
Which you'd only do if you're staying somewhere for how many days?
A week.
A week?
Yeah, something like that.
So the tent's out. What size is this tent?
So it's a 3-man tent.
3-man.
3-man, soft floor.
3-man for sleeping.
Tent. Yeah, you can fit
Up
3
here.
on the. It's a big queen
So you
mattress up
sleep
there.
on top of the.
Sleep on top up there, off the ground. You still got all this room out here for all your stuff.
What do you normally put in there?
If it's just me and my partner going away, just clothes bags. If the weather's bad, you can set up tables and chairs in there, but you can take a family away with it, so you can put a few more beds in there, stretchers, whatever you want. It's an MDC,
MDC
camper,
camper.
the off-road deluxe model. 2 toolboxes on the front and 2 jerry holders on the sides as well, so for extra jerrys. And there also is a 80-litre water tank underneath, so the jerry holders will just be for fuel.
Would you do dishes? Would you have showers with it?
Dishes, showers, bit of cooking, that's about it. Went up to the Francis Parent and got about a week out of it till we had to top it up on our way out. Yep.
That's not bad.
No, it's pretty good.
Pretty nice set up in an ideal place because you're on an angle.
We have gone uphill here, so queen bed, nice thick mattress up there. It's got a divider here that you can zip up as well, so then
you can shove it off.
So you're separated from downstairs, and it's got a ladder that you put down here as well, so you can access the bed.
How many years have you had the vehicle for, and how many years have you had the trailer for?
So I've had the vehicle for about 2.5, 3 years. I've had the trailer for about two years, so pretty much kind of the same amount of time. So I've taken the trailer away with us quite a few times, and it's been handy to just set up, make a base camp somewhere that you can leave there. You've got your spot.
Sounds like you get out a fair bit then.
Yeah, try and get out a fair bit as much as we can. Done a few bigger trips. I like the bigger trips to get out, see what's out there a lot.
And is that where this comes with you?
That's where this comes in handy for the bigger trips, because it also
Excellent.
take a lot more stuff
Yeah.
in under the trailer than you can just in the car.
So you'll pick an area and you'll go, okay, this is where base camp's going to be for
Yep.
a week, and then from there you branch out.
Go out from there, yep.
Excellent.
It's good.
Don't have to set up every night.
No, that's
That's
it.
perfect.
Come home to camp, already set up, made,
Yeah.
just cook dinner.
We're now going to have a look at the kitchen. Well, that's pretty cool.
Yep, so that's
it's all ready to go.
kitchen. Yep, put the stove on there myself, so when you buy this from the showroom floor, it doesn't come with the stove on there, but I just found one that fits and works fine. At the moment, I've got the gas hose just here in the drawer. There's a little hole in the bottom of the compartment that I'll take it out, around straight into the bottle.
Excellent.
So that's one of the things I liked about this model, was you didn't have to take the gas bottles off from the front every night, bring it to the back. So you could just pull up on the side of the road, hook it up and cook some dinner.
And then you got extra storage in there.
Yep, heaps of extra storage underneath there. So as I said,
there's your ladder.
yep, there's the ladder for inside. So as I said, for the bigger trips, you can haul a lot more gear that you need underneath the tent as well.
Perfect. First question. What are the best 3 things you have done to your Navara?
One of the best things would have to be the tray set up on the back. I did have the tub before the tray with the canopy on there, but it
So you had the tub before?
I did have a tub with a canopy on it. Send you a couple of photos so you can put those up. But it just wasn't versatile enough. You could only get to it from the back and on the sides. It's a bit more practical. So that's one. Next would be the tyres. Trustworthy, reliable tyres. I've only had one blowout. That was on the highway. Just a little. There was a bone that went through it.
Bone?
Bone went through the weakest part of the tyre. Third thing would just be the lift. Lift gets me through where I need to over the obstacles.
So tyres, lift, and then your rear setup.
Yep.
So just one thing we missed on your tyre was how many Ks you done on this set here.
On this set of tyres, I reckon I've done about 10,000 Ks. So not a lot, but the set of tyres I had before this was a smaller set of tyres. I did buy them second hand. The guy I bought them from, he did a trip up north and back. Then I ran them for probably another 50,000 Ks. Then I sold them with still 50% tread left on them. So
Same
brand,
size.
just a smaller size. So
Okay.
they're a good tyre.
What's the worst thing about your Navara?
The worst thing would be just trying to work on it. Everything's in the newer cars. They try and cram a lot of stuff into a small spot. I found putting the exhaust on, all those sort of things, a lot of extra bits had to come off the car to be able to get it in. So probably just trying to work on it, but you deal with that.
Best thing?
Just size and capability for like the money you pay for a four-wheel drive, I guess.
They're a decent vehicle, the D22.
They're a decent touring vehicle,
But
yeah.
you just don't see many of them getting around.
You don't really, because I think a lot of people just buy them for a bit of a bush hack type thing, whereas if you do want to set them up for touring, they're a quite capable vehicle to get you to those destinations.
A lot of DIY has been done on this vehicle, and I was talking to you at the beginning, I was saying, so would you class this as a budget build or not? And then the end conclusion was, it's a bit of a mixture. And a budget build, where do you draw the line? So there's a lot of quality gear on the car, but a lot of it you've done yourself. And then you've got some other things you're able to, like your roof rack. I mean, that's a good way to save a lot of money.
Yeah, so it's kind of a half budget build, half DIY. I've got all the good gear in it, but I've saved the money by putting it in.
You saved
myself.
the money you spent the money for the necessary bits I've noticed on your vehicle. Like I can notice all the money's been spent on the back,
Yep,
your tyres, and your bar work.
yep. So I've
But
spent the money on all the necessary.
But everything else
bits.
you don't really need to rely on. You've kind of
Yeah,
is it? Am I right saying that?
yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay, and I suppose there's a good way to look at building a vehicle as well, because you're not going to cheap on your engine.
No.
And spend a lot of money somewhere else because you need it to be
You
able to
need the
drive.
engine to get to
Yeah.
where you got to go. So
Yeah, and just having the peace of mind that you know it's going to get there.
yep.
What would be the best sort of 3 trips you've done? And when you mention each trip, can you mention if you brought this trailer or not?
So one of the best trips I think I've done was we did a 3-week trip down around the south coast. The trailer wasn't bought, it was just a swag trip with the boys. Went down and around through Esperance, Bill Bunya Dunes Way, all the way down there and back. Second one would have to be my trip up along the Turquoise Coast, made it up as far as Exmouth, and the trailer was bought. Then we pulled it through the Francis Perrin National Park and up to Coral Bay, Exmouth, up there. So that was good. And the third trip would have to be a boys' trip out to the Holland Track. Just a weekend full of bog holes and
With the road top or swag?
just with the swag again.
Swag again.
Just all the stuff boys love.
So if you're going to do another boys trip, would it be the rooftop or swag?
Rooftop.
Rooftop.
I don't think I'll go back to a swag after I've slept in the rooftop.
But what are the top things that you'd recommend for people to keep an eye on or look out for if they go to buy a D22?
Mainly the clutch. If you've just got the stock clutch.
Yeah, I've heard of a few clutches going on there. That's probably the main thing that goes on it. I
Yeah,
think,
mainly the clutch, yeah.
on the soft sand.
Yeah. Look out for kilometres that it's done. I bought this one, it only done 30,000, still a baby.
All right, thanks for bringing the D22.
That's all right.
There'll be quite a few happy people to see another D22.
Oh, hopefully, yeah.
The previous one wasn't quite set up for camping, so this is a perfect opposite of what we had before,
Yep.
which is good. So if you want to know more about this D22, you can head to the link up in the corner there. And thank you very much for watching. You can subscribe right here. And if you'd like to support the creation of content like this, you can head to patreon.com/RonnieDale. So if you have any other vehicle requests or even question requests for these, the Q&A part, let us know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.